Ho ho ho. Here's another installment on what we know about Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, since you guys like the series so much. So enjoy. In the original Super Mario 3D World, the download size is about 1.7 gigabytes, whereas the upcoming Switch port is 5 gigabytes. Now, if you also take into consideration the fact that Wii U games that are ported to the Switch usually go down in size, this is huge. Now, this could just be a placeholder size, but I think it's safe to say that we're going to expect big things. No trailer! It shows nothing new about Bowser's Fury. So the first thing that I want to talk about in today's episode is the new Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury trailer. If you watched the Game Awards 2020 all the way through, then you definitely saw this, because it aired at the Game Awards. So, for those of you who haven't seen my 14th of December video, I reacted to the trailer, so I will show you guys my reaction right now. Whoa, Bowser's Fury, Bowser's Fury! It's coming? Holy crap! We better get something new. I swear to God if we do not get something new about this game. You son of a— Yep, nothing new. This is now the second time in a row. I just can't believe this. Let's just go on to the next thing, because there's not really much to talk about the trailer. So the next thing is that the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury website now says that ESRB rated the game, instead of its original RP rating, E for mild cartoon violence, but the ESRB website says otherwise, as there is no rating of Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury there. I think this is just Nintendo putting a placeholder there, like the download size, which we'll get to in a moment, because it's the same rating as the original Super Mario 3D World. Another thing on the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury website is that the download size changed, proving that the original size was just a placeholder. It changed from the placeholder size, 5 gigabytes, to 2.9 gigabytes, which is still more than the original 1.7 gigabytes. Now for the last thing, which is that there are Super Mario 3D World references in the soon-to-come Super Nintendo World. The references are blocks from Super Mario 3D World, Mount Beanpole, a level in Super Mario 3D World, Super Mario 3D World stamps in the app, a gift box activity, the Super Bell on the roof of Canopio's Cafe, Super Mario 3D World music in Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge, and probably more things that we didn't see in the Direct. Now, this doesn't really have anything to do with Bowser's Fury per se, but I find it cool. So to wrap this video up, I decided to do a theory time, and this one's pretty big, because I ranked a bunch of Mario characters from least likely to most likely to be in Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So, here we go. Sonic. I basically added him in for the memes. A Sprixie. This is almost the weirdest Mario character to be considered here. I don't think Nintendo would go this route at all. Also, the only way you could play as a Sprixie is when you beat the game. Captain Toad, as a fully playable character. This is most definitely not happening. Captain Toadette. Most definitely not happening, but has just a bit more probability because Captain Toadette isn't in the game. Diddy Kong. If Diddy Kong is a character instead of Donkey Kong, I wouldn't know what to think about Nintendo anymore. Pauline. I feel like it would be a cool experience to play as Pauline, since you can't play as her in Super Mario Odyssey, but I don't know. Peachette. Yes, just Peachette, not Toadette and Peachette, because adding a whole new power-up too is just too much. And Peachette by herself, I would consider being maybe possible, but not that much. Donkey Kong. I think Nintendo would want to keep the Mario main games strictly a Mario universe. Toad. Just normal Toad. This probably would be more likely if there weren't already 2 playable Toads in the game. Waluigi. Because Nintendo still hasn't put Waluigi in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I think they don't like Luigi. Wario. Like Luigi, it's kind of hard to see them doing that. However, Wario has the upper hand because he's in Super Smash Bros. Yellow Toad. There still is the fact that there are 2 playable Toads in the game, but because of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I think Yellow Toad has more of a chance than normal Toad. And before we go on to the next one, if you don't want any spoilers for Super Mario Odyssey, even though it's been out for a few years, then skip to this timestamp you see here. Bowser. If Super Mario Odyssey and Bowser's Fury didn't exist, the chance of Bowser as a playable character would be extremely low. But since you can play as him in Super Mario Odyssey, and the name of the game is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, I'm pretty sure that Bowser has a pretty high chance. The only thing that I wouldn't want to happen is for Nintendo to pull an unlockable LEGO villain. If you don't know what I mean by that, I mean that when you face a villain in a LEGO video game, he's like a giant bad guy with super strong abilities, but when you beat him and unlock him as a playable character, he's just like everybody else. Daisy. There's really not much to say besides that she's really likely, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was a playable character. Nabbit. He's only a playable character in New Super Luigi U and New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, but if Nintendo wanted to add a character that says very easy at the bottom, then Nabbit's the character to choose. Yoshi. The reason why Yoshi is at number 2 on the list instead of number 1 like some people would think is that I don't understand why people think that he has an extremely high chance of being in the game. But considering that he's technically playable in almost all the mainline Mario games, I put him at number 2. Now, on to the number 1. Toadette. If Nintendo doesn't do Toadette, then what are they doing? She's in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe and Super Mario Maker 2, the 2 most recent Mario games, so it's clear that that's the direction that they're heading. And in Super Mario Maker 2, you can play as Toadette in the Super Mario 3D World mode. Also, why did Nintendo make all of the character stats the same in the Super Mario 3D World mode? Was it to prevent people from seeing Toadette's moveset and already knowing what she does? It just makes sense. I know I've said that with a lot of people on this list, but Toadette makes the most sense, and I think you guys know that too. Alright, well, that's the end of the video, and goodbye. Thank you.